Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? It's Matt from YoVideogames, and I'm here today with a very special announcement. We have hit 50,000 subscribers on the YoVideogames channel, so I wanted to make sure I gave a big thank you to everyone who's come in, both old and new, to this channel, and hope you are enjoying all our crazy playthrough and antics, as well as some of the original content such as the interviews and reviews and the Matt rants and all that other good stuff. I hope to bring more of this unique content to you in the future, which is not always easy considering I have to juggle this channel as well as my other job in real life, but I hope it's worth it in the end, and I hope you guys are really liking it. And again, I wanted to say a big personal thank you to all the people who have subscribed to this channel and all the people who are going to be coming in and seeing it for the first time. That being said, I wanted to take a look back and show you some of the 5 best playthroughs on the channel. I've taken the liberty in making sure all of these are in a playlist to the best of my abilities, so hopefully you guys can jump in and look back and see some of the hottest and funniest playthroughs we've done so far. In order of their release, let's start with Double Dragon Neon. Now I have to apologize in advance as the playlist for this title is actually broken into 3 playlists, with the first part of the game being on the main channel, Miles923, and the rest of the playthroughs broken into 2 separate ones on this channel right now. Double Dragon Neon is a love letter to the 80s, to the beat-em-up genre, and who better to bring us this retro-flavored romp than the guys at WayForward. Directed by the talented Sean Velasco, this game might appear on the surface a bit too archaic, but once you discover the dodge mechanic, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities to the beat-em-up genre. Not to mention it's just a whole lot of fun to play the game bro-op style, and you can't help but love the Double Dragon remixes as well as the heavily 80s inspired pop and rock music tracks that help make up this wonderfully unique and twisted and just all around funny great look at the video game genre as well as the decade most people seem to remember the most fondly. Number 2 is Resident Evil 4. This is one of mine and Max's all-time favorite games, and it's no real surprise that it turned out to be one of our most fun playthroughs. Now, the conversations get a little weird and twisted, but that's to be expected with us. If you've ever been watching the stream or other videos and wanted to know where the weird Rasputin jokes come from, well, this is it. I know this isn't exactly the favorite amongst some of the hardcore survival horror fans of the series, but for us, it's just a great, fun, infinitely replayable romp, and I can't wait to jump back into this game again someday. Number 3 is Donkey Kong Country. Probably our most famous catchphrase came from this playthrough, and that is, of course, the bananas and set. Now, this playthrough was so famous that we even got a talented animator to make an entire cartoon segment taking some of the best bits of this playthrough. Cranky Construct did an amazing job on this, and we can't wait to see what else he can crank out later in the future. This is just a great old-fashioned platformer from Rareware during the time of Killer Instinct and DK Country, which would later lead into their glorious N64 library of titles. This one is just simple, pure fun. There's not a whole lot to collect, but there's plenty of bonus rooms to find, but I still highly recommend this game, and it is apparently coming back to the Wii U Virtual Console soon, so keep an eye out for that. Number 4 is Asura's Wrath. This is probably our most hyped playthrough on the channel. This game is gorgeous to look at and is probably one of the best animated video games I've ever seen. That being said, I personally don't think it's that great of a game. It's basically a button masher. There's no life bars on the enemies. You basically just punch things until you activate a QTE, and that is every single battle in the game. However, it's not so much about the depth. It's more about the hype and the pizzazz and the story and the graphics and all of that put together. Again, personally, I'm not exactly thrilled with the title, but I think it's an amazing game to just watch. And since this is a Let's Play channel, that's all you get to do. You get to watch Max just beast through this game and soak in all of the great, wonderful, explosive, over-the-top antics and animation that this game provides. So this is probably the best way to enjoy the game, just watching Max play through it. Jump into Asura's Wrath. It's one of our most hyped game walkthroughs ever, and it's even divided up into specific episodes rather than broken up normally. So you can actually use the playlist basically like an anime series and just watch all the episodes, including the DLC ones. Number 5 is Shovel Knight. Brought to us once again by the talented Sean Velasco, Shovel Knight is a love letter to all things NES era. It combines some of the best aspects of Castlevania, Mega Man, Zelda 2, DuckTales, and it just boils them all into one beautiful, crisp game that doesn't feel like it's paying homage to titles. It rather feels like a lost NES game that was recently unearthed, which is one of the reasons it's so unique. But beyond that, it actually has an incredibly compelling and heartfelt story that I was totally not expecting by the end of it. Still, this playthrough is probably one of the most insane on the channel, as we have Mike along for the ride, and the conversations just go way crazy right from the start. It's a wonderful game, and I implore everyone to check out our playthrough of it, and I hope you all love it as much as we did. So that about wraps it up for the 5 best playthroughs. Again, I hope you guys take some time to check them all out. I can't thank you enough for all of the subscribers we have, and I hope to bring you more wonderful content in the future. So enjoy everything we've got now and what we've got coming, and we'll catch you later on the channel. Later, dudes!